Information, contact us on email info@ptownradio.co.uk. You're listening to P-Town Plymouth BAME Community Online Radio Station, putting community together.
Are you caring? Are you a team player and passionate about helping others? Here at Indiana Healthcare Services, we are looking for a healthcare assistant and nurse to work in and around Devon and Cornwall. Why work for Indiana? We make sure you work when you want to work, hours that suit your lifestyle. And above all, we provide in-house training and competitive rates of pay. Pick up the phone and call us now on 01752 418 014 or head over to our Facebook page. Are you caring? Are you a team player and passionate about helping others? Here at Indiana Healthcare Services, we are looking for a healthcare assistant and nurse to work in and around Devon and Cornwall. Why work for Indiana? We make sure you work when you want to work, hours that suit your lifestyle. And above all, we provide in-house training and competitive rates of pay. Pick up the phone and call us now on 01752 418 014 or head over to our Facebook page.
At P-Town Radio, we can advertise your business on a small cost. For more information, contact us on email info@ptownradio.co.uk.
Are you caring? Are you a team player and passionate about helping others? Here at Indiana Healthcare Services, we are looking for a healthcare assistant and nurse to work in and around Devon and Cornwall. Why work for Indiana? We make sure you work when you want to work, hours that suit your lifestyle. And above all, we provide in-house training and competitive rates of pay. Pick up the phone and call us now on 01752 418 014 or head over to our Facebook page.
At P-Town Radio, we can advertise your business on a small cost. For more information, contact us on email info@ptownradio.co.uk. You're listening to P-Town Radio Plymouth BAME Community Online Radio Station, putting community together.
Yes, good morning, welcome to the show. Welcome to this afternoon show at P-Town Radio, your station, my station, Plymouth right now, favorite station. Let us know how you're feeling. You're signing us right now. I'm looking forward to this Friday's talk, usual Friday with my guy, Jabo Butera in the building. Jabo, good afternoon. How are you, my friend?
Hello, good afternoon.
How are you?
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. Always excited.
I know.
Friday.
I know.
Excited.
It's good to see you. You're looking well.
Thank you.
As usual.
Thank you.
It's October, Jabo. Wow. What normally happens in October that excites you?
Well, for those who don't know, but for those who know, October is the celebration of Black History.
Yes.
It's the Black History Month.
Black Excellence.
I was going to say that. You just pinched that for me.
Yes. I did. Listen, this is Madume Butera on a Friday, and we are here today, of course, as usual. We were here last week with a wonderful show with our colleague Campbell Benson from Torbay, who came visiting us and have a wonderful conversation. Please, you can check that article or show on our platforms. It's available on our YouTube channel as well, and also on our Facebook page, where we were talking about marketing. We were talking about what's the word? It's not marketing. Networking. Sorry, yes, we're talking about networking, being in a position where you can travel around and listen to others who are in business, or those are upcoming, or those who've been in business for more than 20, 25, 10 years, 8 years. They've done it, walk the walk, probably going through exactly the same thing you are going through. It is also worth to take time and network. Jabo. Yes. Just talk about networking. You also do some networking at DBI.
I do a lot.
Give us more of that, just for those who are not listening. And please introduce yourself.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm on fire. I'm excited, as usual. Like I think it's every day. Anyway, the blessings are every day. I'm Jabo Butera. I'm the managing director of Diversity Business Incubator, based in Plymouth, on Union Street. Been in the business for 20 years plus, running businesses, different businesses. Not this same business. This one I've been in 5 years now, going to 6 years. But yes, that's what we do every day. We think about businesses. But diversity business incubator means it says what is on the tin. We incubate businesses from diverse community.
Yes.
We're looking at saying, how can you think about starting a business? What is it you need to start a business? And once you start the business, how can we scale you up? The scale up is the exciting part I'm getting on these years. So next year, we're going to be focusing on scaling up. We've done a lot of startup business for the past 4 years. Now we're going on a scale up. I want to see more businesses turning million as a turnover. Did you hear that?
Yes.
£1 million turnover from our communities. We want to have that vision saying in the next 5 years, I want to see at least 5 millionaires from our community.
Yes, I'm just testing this out.
Yes.
Yes. So we're talking about 1 million turnover.
Yes, in our community, 5 millionaires in 5 years.
Wow. I know clearly you've got that face.
That's where we're going.
You're driving. I can tell you people, this guy is driven for what we are talking about here. He's not saying just for us. He's saying it also for himself, because I am clearly aware that he's driven to make sure that in the 5 years he's in that category of people who will be making $1 million turnover. Sometimes when we say $1 million turnover, doesn't mean we have $1 million in our pounds, in our pocket. We're talking about service or products that can turn over 1 million.
Yes.
So in that 1 million, maybe if it's 20% of that is your profit, then you are smiling.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you said, just to emphasize, please go check out some of their network on their website page, on their Instagram page, Facebook page, LinkedIn. There's a lot of networking. Just to mention a few, only a couple of days ago, Wednesday, you were at a Devon.
That was yesterday. No, the day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday,
The day
yes.
before yesterday, yes.
Wednesday, yes.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
Yes.
I think people need to know about that. How
yes,
exciting.
yes. The Devon Chamber of Commerce, Plymouth and Devon Chamber of Commerce roadshow, business show.
Yes.
Amazing atmosphere. There was well over 100 business exhibiting. They have their exhibition. They were showcasing their product and their services. And guess who was in the middle? DBI was there.
Yes.
Everyone was there represented, but the exciting part is I'm start seeing the change.
Yes.
So these shows have been going for many years.
That's correct.
And it's very rare to find a business owned by a black person in that mix. Now we're starting.
Yes.
So next year I'm gonna see 5 of them, 10 of us
Yes.
in that room
Set
showcasing
better.
what we're good.
Yes, TBI was there.
Oh yes, DBI was there. But we're talking about what we do. We're talking about the bazaar. We talk about the gala. We talk about what we do. We had the flyers and leaflet of some of our successful businesses, including Indiana.
Yes.
So they were there showcasing what we have in our own city as pace makers.
Yes.
You know, you trained us.
Of course. Set paces.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Wow, Jabo, I mean, you just touched on that as well, please. Before we move away from you, I know you do a lot. Let's just talk about the gala coming up.
Yes.
I know it's October already, but January is not far.
It's not far. It's coming soon. So
Yes.
our BME gala, check it. BME gala, Plymouth BME business gala. It's coming up. It's on the 2nd of February 2024.
Yes.
Tickets are on the sale already, and they're going fast.
Yes.
We've sold quite a lot of tickets.
Yes.
But also sponsorship are going fast as well.
Yes.
A lot of people want to be involved. It's getting the buzzing. But this is what we're talking about. It's that element of how do we put it? It's not a competition. We're not in a competition.
No.
We're not in saying you'll come first, the other one will come second. We're not saying this one is doing better than the other.
That's correct.
What we're doing for us, it's that celebrating, saying, well done for what you're doing. This is a pat on the back, and we are seeing you.
Yes. Yes. We are seeing you.
We are seeing you.
Keep doing what you are doing.
Yes. Now you are on the other flip of it. You're on the spotlight. Keep doing the right thing you're doing. Because sometimes in this world, you can be tempted to go the wrong way.
That's correct.
You want to starting taking corners, cutting corners. You starting different behavior. But that behavior going to be reflecting what's going to be your values. But we say for us, this is our values. And that's why I always like when you say talk about P-Town is a black BME radio station. When you say BME radio, it's not just the color of the skin. We're talking about the values.
That's correct.
What is the values which you brings with you when you come from this community?
Yes.
And when you run a business, those values have to be reflected. And for that, we are giving you a pat on the back saying, well done, we're seeing you for shining our values to everyone.
That's correct. Wow, fantastic. I can't even decide to add on that, Jabo. Let's jump into our program. This is P-Town Radio. This is our disclaimer. Please, the views and expressed in this following program are only strictly of myself and Jabo Butera. They are not a reflection of P-Town Radio as a radio station. Please, if you want to follow more about what we do and how we do things, check us on our Facebook platforms, which is P-Town Radio. Also available on Instagram under P-Town_radio. We are also on LinkedIn and on YouTube, which is right now we are broadcasting this particular show live. You can check us out. If you see I'm looking reddish, red or black, I'm in the mood, go check us out and go watch us live on our Facebook page right now. Head over there. Like I said, we're not alone here. We do talk about DBI a lot in this program because they are partners of this show, because Jabo is here, so we have to talk about DBI as well and what they do. It's a wonderful work they do. If you are in Plymouth and you don't know any DBI and you're thinking you should do business, then you are in the wrong place. Please go head out and check them out on their Facebook page. Also, it's DBI Southwest, and available also on Instagram and LinkedIn, DBI_UK. It's very interesting, Jabo. Yes, it is very interesting. So today we're talking about the Black History Month. Jabo, before we get deep into it, you guys have a lined up of program for Black History Month as DBI.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
So thank you for this tonight, and for again planning and pointing to individuals what is it about the Black History Month. A lot of people wonder, sometimes ask a question, why do we need Black History Month? Why it cannot be, every month, or why does it have to be that? And it's that same question of people have asked before, why do we need Black Lives Matter? And I always explain, the part of the world where we live in, here in England, right, still looking in terms of demographic representation. And then if you come in particularly in Devon, where we live, Plymouth, out of 10 people living on the street, only 0.3 is represented of that community. So we only about 3%, not 30%, 3%. 3 out of 100. So you have to put 100 people. Out of those 100 people, only 3 will be either from the Black or the Asian community.
Yes.
If you go back down just on the Black, removing the Asian community, if you just say with the Black community, you split it in 2. So out of 100 people, likely you'll find 1.5 person. It's kind of like small, very small, you cannot see it.
That's right.
So for being fair and demonstrating or showcasing that contribution, that's why it has been decided on at the government level, we need to have 1 month where we put a particular lens of attention to that community to celebrate them. Because that's how you bring the balance. Otherwise, you're going to just celebrate the 97%.
Yes.
So that's why you have the importance of Black History in October. October is the Black History Month. It's the month, it's not like saying that's the only month we celebrate people from Black community, but it's the month we put focus.
It's the spotlight, yes.
Yes, people don't forget and people don't ignore and they just pass over because never heard about it, don't care about it. They are small number.
Yes.
So that to bring that balance, that's why we celebrate the Black History every October for the whole month. So in Plymouth DBI, we kind of like over the mother hen of this celebration. We've been running it for the past. This is our 5th year. We're running the Black History Month in Plymouth, and I can tell you,
yes,
Bradley, like we are the only city in the Southwest running a Black History Month on a bigger scale.
Yes.
If you go other cities from Exeter all the way to Penzance, none.
0.
All the way east to Torquay, none.
Yes.
Does it mean there's no Black people there? They are there.
They are there. Yes.
But there's no that organization holding it saying, let's put it up there. But not only that, we do that in about celebrating. What we're doing is we are marking the journey of the future. There are those people who have been here before. They've done amazing success here in Plymouth and in the Southwest, but they've never been celebrated.
That's correct.
People don't know about it. No one is putting an effort to go and look for them. But we stood up and said, no, we need to dig and find who are these people? What have they done? How can we put them on a pedestal and say, well done? As you start seeing appearing Jack Leslie.
Yes.
Nowadays, everyone knows about Jack Leslie.
That's correct.
If you go to Plymouth Argyle,
You know.
you will know.
Yes.
But they are more than that. They are the Millers. They are the Jimmy Peters. So they are those names that have done a past. How do we now celebrate in our own cities and demonstrating what happened? People pass in the street, they see a street called Miller Street.
Yes.
But they don't know what does it mean, where that name comes from.
No.
And then any child from the black community, they won't understand it. It won't mean anything to them. They think it's just another name there. But if I tell you, for example, let me just take you back in that. I'm a big storyteller. I love telling stories, and I love this passionate
Don't worry,
story.
Jabo. The time is yours. Don't worry, Jabo.
So I'm mentioning the Miller's family. It's so exciting that many people don't know about this story. So Miller's, what in the latest one was he was a mayor of Plymouth. That happened not long ago. I mean, before him was his dad. So the latest one is Claude Miller. His dad was William Miller. William Miller was a politician, was a councillor the time of Lady Astor. And maybe many people hear about the Lady Astor. She was the first woman to be in the parliament with the suffragettes. She's got her statue there at the hall. And before, Claude's father, he was a descendant of a slave from Sierra Leone who jumped ship from Sierra Leone into England. He ended up in Plymouth. His son went into politics.
You see, Jabo, you want to hear these conversations? No.
You won't see it written anywhere.
No.
It's only recently we start pushing. Now the box is taking attention to it and they're doing some work on it. But the more important part of this, where it's really key, where you're talking about heroes. When Claude Miller was, William Miller, when Bill Miller, he was a councillor, he was leading that part of the city centre. 1945, Second World War. Himself, he was from the RAF before that. He was part of the Air Forces.
Yeah, both, yeah.
But by then he has retired. He was a politician. He understood, and he used his own understanding and thinking ahead. I say Plymouth is a high likely to be bombarded. Him being a pilot before being in the Air Forces, he knew how this plane works. They know that the current where you can target 1 foot square meter and then bombarded it from 1,000 miles away.
I've heard this story. Yes, carry on, Jabo.
The guy,
Yeah.
yes. So he thought about it, saying Plymouth is going to be highly being bombarded because this is where the submarines are, and this is where they're going to be targeting it. And secondly, we are closer to the sea. We're the front of England. Most people don't realize that's where Plymouth is placed. So if you're coming from Europe, the first point of entry to England is here in Plymouth. That's your first land before you get to Dover and other places. And then the only places where you had tall building was in the city center, the cathedral. That's what you can see from the sky when you're flying. And those days, if you want to bombard something, you have to be seeing, at least you calculate, you can see it. But the only thing taller they could see was the city center, was the cathedral. So he decided, saying, to save people's life, I'm going to evacuate everyone from the city center in case there's a bomb happening. But this thing was happening too fast. Imagine during the war, everyone is panicking. You don't know what's going to happen. He ordered and he marched people out of the city. He went to speak to businesses, collected their lorries, put people in, take them out of the city. He did the whole movement. But because of the telecommunication was not there, it was difficult to get. He did not ask permission. London,
Yes.
the capital.
I heard that. Yes.
And then the message arrived saying they're being evacuated from the city. Who gave the order for them to be evacuated? Bill Miller,
Sierra Leone guy.
the Sierra Leone guy.
And he happened to be.
Who is this guy? Put him in prison. Which they did.
Yes.
Orders came from London.
Yes.
He went into prison.
Yes.
And things was moved so fast because they wanted to give a lesson. They took him to court. A martial court. Quickly. During the war, imagine. This guy was taken to court. Within 2 days was in front of the judge. And they reprimanded him highly. You shouldn't ever, ever do that again. You need to be asking permission first before you act on anything.
And what happened to Plymouth?
The following day, got bombed. This is not this is not a joke. This is not history. This is not fiction. This is reality of what happened in Plymouth, 1945. Everyone knows. The proof is there. The cathedral is still
Yes.
with its ruins standing, so they remind people we were bombed.
Try to
But,
describe
yeah.
to people where is the proof? The proof you are referring to. Where is this?
In the city center, the roundabout, that
Roundabout,
cathedral,
yes.
the
The one in the
Penny.
corner, yeah.
No, it's not Penny
Cross.
Cook. This is
Charles Cross.
Yeah, Charles Cross.
Yes.
That's a Charles Cross roundabout.
Yes. Off the police station.
It was kept that
changed,
way
yeah.
for remind people we were bombed in 1945.
That's correct.
But people were saved, life saved because of this black guy. No one mentions.
That's correct. Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Jabo, for that. Wow, it looks like we're going to be here for a very long time. Jabo has got stories for us. Listen, this is a business talk. If you just join in and you're hearing the history of Plymouth in terms of we're just trying to celebrate our own in this Black History Month. We're dedicating this show to be talking about the black people that pave way for, some of us who are now here. New settlers of this city, if you like, and there's people who were before us who've done wonderful stuff, including Mr. Miller that Jabo was referring to, and also Jabo, he was an MP as well, a black MP in Plymouth at some point.
That's the son.
That's the son.
Lord Claude. He became mayor.
He became mayor.
Yeah.
His son.
His son of Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is what we're talking about, making history.
Yes.
So people have heard about Jack Leslie.
Mm-hmm.
He was a footballer,
Yeah.
right? He was going to be the first black footballer for England. He was refused the cup because of.
They realized he was black. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
The FA has admitted that, and they gave the cap actually this last week. That's why they brought what's supposed to be his cap. Those years they were wearing a cap.
Okay.
That's why the captain is that cap you wear. So another time for that story.
Yes. Yes.
His cap was given last week to Plymouth Argyle. It was given to his family, and the family left it with Plymouth Argyle because that he belongs to. So that's Jack Leslie. Jimmy Peter, rugby, same thing, refused to play and just really ill treated because of the color of his skin. And let's talk about the story of the Millers. No one knows about their story, and these are heroes. But they have descendant. They had children, and now it's their grandchildren.
Gosh.
Where are they?
Yeah.
What is the story they're telling?
That's correct.
Can you imagine no one was paying attention to that?
No.
Last week we had them here. You were here.
Yes.
Do you remember when we had the African storytelling?
Yes.
This is in 2023. Those three families, they met for the first time. For the first time. Those three families, they met, and they talked about sharing what is their ancestors, and proudly talking about it, how they've made the history of Plymouth. But before that, the voice was not heard. So we cannot wait till it just pass by. This is what we're talking about. 2023, we are saluting.
That's correct. Yes, we are celebrating our own. And to be specific, in this particular program, Jabo, which is already hitting 20, 25 minutes already, Jabo, since we started talking about, when things start to flow, we start to go deep. So this year, 2023, Black History Month theme is saluting our sisters, Jabo.
Yes.
So tell us more. What does that statement mean, saluting our sisters?
Yes.
With celebration, people start to say, it's like some people who might be listening to this show might start to think, sometimes they say Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is every day when you are doing to your wife or to your girlfriend. Why do you have to wait to buy flowers on Valentine's? It's not like you have to wait to buy flowers on a Valentine. No, on a Valentine it means more to more people. You don't synchronously buy flowers. No. But on that day, you synchronously buy flowers. So it becomes a national thing, it becomes a world thing, it becomes a town thing, it becomes a community thing. So everyone is getting involved. Similar thing with the Black History Month. It's not like we don't celebrate our sisters every day for their achievement. But in October, we put a spotlight on them. Particularly this year. This is the celebration. Tell us more about this. This is a government initiative.
So the government started with the idea, just saying giving the authorization, same thing, we don't want to be put in prison like a Miller. You have to have a permission. We've learned wisdom. But it's decided, there's a committee which they sit together and decide what's going to be the theme for the year. So this year it's about saluting our sisters. And the word are chosen in a particular way. It's a celebration for everyone, as usual. But we're saluting. That's a reverence. You're giving a salute to our sisters. It goes back to our own way of being brought up as black people. We are coming from a matrimonial descendants or analogy. And sometimes we're forgetting it. And we're tending to be moving away from that, where it's more of the male being the one with the bigger voice. When you're talking about Black history, people think about revolution. And if you look at most of the terms where they were talking about Black history, was more of that revolution. Rosa Parks refused to stand up from the bus. Nelson Mandela with the fight. Martin Luther King, same. It was that revolution, revolt, and fight. It's different approach in this one. We not on that same angle of the revolt and the fight. That time has passed. We shouldn't be continuing in that element of revolt and revolution and being oppressed. Time has changed when we're not talking about being oppressed. It's about how do you use that energy. So it's that what we're talking about when we say salute our sister. It's the as you say very well. Every day we celebrate our sisters. Every day we value our sisters, but we wanna take the lead in being on that element. I think people already calling, want to make a comment. I think it's hitting and what people want to be hearing. So this year, this month for 2023, the theme is saluting our sisters. Saluting our sisters in businesses. Saluting our sisters in the journey they're doing. But also just saluting them for being our sisters and our mothers, our daughters.
Yes, definitely.
For being clear with that conversation in terms of how do we support the women, or how do we celebrate, how do we salute our women?
Yes.
That's the lens into that.
And our lines are open as well, isn't it, Jabo? I mean, if you are interested to take part in this particular radio show this afternoon, please head over to our Facebook page, and our number is 07835490010, and give us a call just to make sure that we are live. If you are sisters out there and you are in business, please give us a call. Let's hear you out. It is very important that we hear you and we understand that you are out there and you are doing good for your community. When we're celebrating the sisters, Jabo, we are talking about the people that are doing things in light of helping others, supporting others, pushing others, driving others, making sure others are at length with you. And It's really a shame that sometimes when we talk about celebrating people, we start to think about how they look, how they appear, we forget exactly the values. It's like talking about P-Town Radio. We mentioned earlier on is a BME-led radio. It's not a black people radio.
Yeah.
It's the values what we put onto the radio that stands for us to promote and diversity and inclusion, to make sure we are all united, we are one, and the growth means the same. How can we get to those £1 million turnovers if we are not united?
There you go.
Yes.
See, that's the big statement there you've just done, because he expressed what we were talking on. We started on talking about when you're looking at it saying the black history is for black people only, or when you're saying you're starting your own business is just to serve the black people.
Yes.
It's not going to move forward.
No.
And then it's the same when we start thinking we're doing a celebration of black history in terms of the oppressed. Then it become a revolt, me against the other one. We've crossed that level. It's on that unifying level, where it's one world, where it's not being feeling oppressed. It's just looking, saying, is that I have my values, and no one is able to take it.
Right.
Actually, the heat is too hot that some people have difficulty to handle it. It's not my problem I'm too hot. It's the other person who doesn't know how to handle it.
That's correct.
Right?
Yes.
Let me salute my sister here, Maya Angelou. She said it. Don't, if you are too bright, don't go under the table and hide. Ask the other person to put shades on.
Yes.
So what we instead of having a problem is you are too bright, you are too, you have full of light, you're full of energy, you're full of knowledge and full of that. And the other, sometimes other person is not feeling, or they don't see, they're afraid of that. And then they put that negativity on you, and you start thinking, what? I'll go under the table, I'll dim my light, I'll reduce my volume, I'll stop being passionate, I'll reduce I'm not going to shake, I'm not going to move because the other person is uncomfortable.
Yes.
Maya Angelou says, don't dim your light. Ask them to put the shades on.
Yes. Let's talk about other people that the government they put in place. They've made examples, Jab. I've got a few here. Professor Knox Mokunga, an award-winning botanist and science communicator at Stellenbosch University in South Africa, who specializes in the study of medicine plants and their use in the non-destructive and sustainable way. Mokunga, like the lady before that, is May Sequez, or the British Jamaican nurse, is best known for her tireless work in the Crimea War and for the discrimination she faced and overcome. However, less in focus, extensive knowledge in the medicine herbs and plants which she was able to use to treat the sick. Jabo, we're talking about herbs. Now here you go to the COP and buy this and buy that. You don't even know exactly where this medicine. Now you don't know medicine is now being made in China, made here. But we are going. This is deep.
Yes.
These guys are the ones that introduce medicine from the herbs.
Yes.
But for them to penetrate the market, it was hard. For them, people to be believed. Because back home, as we know, me and you, we are Africans, and we hardly go to buy.
Don't go to
Pharmacies to buy stuff. My mom, grandma would know a tree that can sort your problem out.
Yeah.
You got a flu. You don't go and buy flu meds.
Yeah.
There's a tree that if you hit that tree, boil water, do this, you are treated.
Yeah.
This is important, because sometimes when we are now in these lights of Europe and lights of United States of America, people start to think everything just started here. Right now, these guys are tracing you way back into the history, that there's people who fought about herbs, the natural herbs that can help. Aloe vera.
Yes.
Aloe vera, we step on it in Africa. Yeah. We don't go and buy it in Boots.
Yeah.
We even know aloe vera helps way back before now. It's now expensive to even purchase. Yeah. But for these things to come on the forefront of the economy, forefront of the society, forefront of modern living, i.e. forefront of the white people, there was a black person behind it telling them, listen, I know you might think you are smart, but if you take this fruit and do this or this plant and do this, you will get better. It took them years. These are some of the people, like I said, this Jamaican nurse as well, and Mr. Knox Mukunga. That sounds Zimbabwean to me.
He does.
Even though he was addressed at South African University. But yes, so it's people like that we are celebrating. These are both of these actually. They were females.
You just touched it on really good with the example with the medicine and the herbs, and really good. And by the way, I want to give shout to our sister Vera Love. She's listening to us, and saluting our sister. We salute you, my sister Vera Love.
Yes.
She's one of our presenters here, so watch our show as well. You talked on just one simple example, which is an external application. But the one which is really key, and sometimes actually you have to be deeper to understand it. What we have and what our sister have in particular, our sister from the black community, our black sisters, what they have in particular, that most people miss out, is what we call value. So that knowledge of how to do the plant and others, and if you go back, you'll find it was the mothers and the grandmothers actually was passed away. It was that health and education part was left to the mothers, to the female in the community. They were the holder of the medicine. They're the holder of the knowledge. And that's what we want to see continuing. The values are not just the external knowledge. If you don't have values, like what we talked about last time, if you cannot see me when your eyes are closed, then you don't know. So this is the values our women have. They don't have to open their eyes to see you.
Yes.
They will see you no matter what is around. You might have all this mess and everything going on, but if she sees you, she sees you.
Yes.
Right? And we always joke about it, saying, you might be running the other side, but the mother will throw a slipper and will get you, and you don't know how. She was not even looking at you. You remember those times?
Yes.
Mom does not have to be in the room. She's in the other room, and you in the other room is misbehaving, and you're just gonna hear, Tendai.
Yes.
And you wonder,
Mom, how?
How did you know?
Yes.
See, those are values our sisters have. These are power they hold. And if you pay attention, when a black woman speaks, my friend, you have to be smart to hear. And if you tune into it and hear what she says, really, really what she says, then you'll understand what's a valuable woman. This is what we are celebrating. This is what we are saluting. And I hope people will start hearing it and seeing it. And these values are universal. When they give it to you, they don't give it to you because you are from this community. No. They will give it to everyone.
Yes. Jabo, I was just taking my initiative there. Thank you very much, Jabo, for saying that. I was just taking my initiative and I just typed in Google. Black women in business in Plymouth.
You're coming home. Go on then.
I don't know, Jabo. It's
Did you get any name?
No, I can't get any name.
There you go.
No,
there you
that's,
go.
That's my point.
There
I can't
you
get
go.
any name out. I can't. I can only. I can't see it.
So
that means our history. You know, if you see, I put the word Plymouth there. Then it says 50 Plymouth women who are absolutely smashing it in business. That doesn't mean they're black. It's just 50 women. And we are talking about black women.
Yes.
And the next one is Black Pound Day.
Yeah.
That's Google trying to find something that it says black because it's just we have mentioned black here. And I'm not saying there are no black people doing business in Plymouth, women. They are. But they are not being written about. So how do our youngsters learn? How do our youngsters have the Maya Angelos? How do my Briannas, shout out to my daughter, how do they know that there's people before her that have done A, B, C, D. If no one is collecting the data.
The big challenge we have is we're leaving it.
Yes.
Let me repeat it. We're leaving it for someone else to write our story or history. When the story of the lion or is being told by the hunter will always be the winner.
In that story, yes.
But the lion is powerful than the hunter. So when we let other people telling our own story, we're not lions anymore.
No.
We become antelope.
Yes.
These are proverbs.
Yes.
I'll take you on those one time.
Yeah,
But again,
I know
what
you're
I'm
good
saying
in
is
yes.
we need to write our own history, and that's why we're doing it. Me and you sitting here every Friday for the past 2 years and a half. What is it we're doing if it's not writing the history? And if we're not doing that, let's go home.
Yes, that's true. That's true. We pack our bags.
Yes.
What we are saying here in this program, Jabo, on this Black History Month, we're trying to celebrate our own. Jabo, do you have anyone we can call, someone we can talk to that is available from us, that is willing to hear from us, that are pushing the narrative of entrepreneurship in our community in Plymouth, where we are listening. If you're listening to us right now from wherever you are listening from, we are based in Plymouth Southwest, and this is Tendai, Madume, Jabo, Butera. Every Friday we're here. Today we are talking about celebrating the sisters in business. It is important that. I know my wife is not here, probably I'll get called because she's in business, and we just need to find a way of making these heroes known. Shout out to Mama Rita as well, one of the women doing business in Plymouth.
Google does not have her.
Yes, Google won't bring her out.
Yeah.
Because we are not singing more about her. As well, shout out to Lillian.
I was gonna give her a call because you asked me.
Yes.
She's the first person who came to my mind.
Of course.
Because on top of that, they are our sponsors.
Yes.
Jabo Coffee.
Yes.
You know?
Today came in a very nice cup, if you didn't have a chance to miss it. And also shout out to Clarice
Mutoka.
Clarice Mutoka. She's been doing it as well with Beauty Salon and now also a chef.
Mama Bridget.
Mama Bridget. Shout out Mama Bridget as well.
Yeah.
I saw her. She was at Plymouth City College.
Together last time.
Yes.
So she's still there. Yeah.
Yes,
Mondays.
she's
She's pushing. She's at university. She's many places. Jessie.
Shout out to Jessie as well with her food cuisine. Very nice
I
food.
can give you
Jessie's
names.
food. Wow, Jessie's food. Shout out to her. So shout out to Mama Queen.
Yes.
With the braiding.
Yeah.
And also now with the restaurant Niger Cuisine, I think it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
Shout out to that.
Yeah.
And shout out also to
Mariam. Yeah, Mariam Chanda.
Mariam Chanda, yes, with
we call her
Jollof Kitchen,
Yeah.
Which is also shout out to
City Wings.
City Wings.
Wing City, yeah.
Wing City,
yes.
yes.
Ahmed is mom.
Ahmed's mom, yes.
Yeah,
I've seen
there
her
you
every
go.
time I go there. Probably
There you go.
she's waking up,
So, You are not Google,
Yes.
and you've already spat about 8 names.
Yes, yes.
And how come Google is missing it?
Yes, shout out to our industry and chef.
Elsie Abesha?
Elizabeth,
yeah.
yes, please go
Let's
check
go
out
nine.
Sato. She's right here at Jabolani, by the back of the plot in Plymouth. She makes a nice food, She made me one time a breakfast. It
Yes.
was very, 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 very nice. So yes, we have picked up a few, Jabu. We can't name all. If you have missed out, please let us know. So next time we can mention you as well in whatever you do. Please, we're celebrating the sisters in business right now. It's a business talk. I'm hoping your business thrive. May you continue. Please use the service of DBI. That's what they do. They incubate your business. They help you to grow.
We are doing the scaling up.
Yes. They
So
help you to scale up.
these names you've mentioned, this is where our millionaire is going to come from.
That's correct.
I'll say I bet you for it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to bet you because no point, because it's going to happen.
gonna
There's no
happen.
need of betting.
No.
It is happening.
Yes.
It is happening. These women,
Yes.
you're going to see, these are the millionaires coming up. We've just mentioned the names out here.
Yes.
And it's in Plymouth. It's happening. It's because we are saluting them. We are here to be there to see them growing. Because I say, if you educate a woman, you educate a nation.
That's correct.
It's so exciting whenever we talk about. Anyway, enough of the talk. You asked me
Yes.
if I can call someone.
Yes.
On my speed dial, that's the only number which I have.
Yes.
Shall I give the call and see if she can answer
That's
us?
correct, yes.
There you go.
whilst we are having from our caller coming in, it is important that we talk about what we are discussing here. This is a Black History Month. Butera. Every Friday we are here talking about upscaling businesses. If you are from a business perspective, whatever you do in business, please don't forget to reach out to our colleagues at DBI. They're there to help you. They're there to support you. Their main job priority is make you a better business person, or make you start your own businesses. We have used them as Indiana Healthcare Services. We have used them as Casthouse Barbershop. We have used them as P-Town Radio. So I am a product of DBI. Please, I don't sit here for nothing. I learn from this guy, Jabo Butera, and his team every day. So why you don't take the leaf of my branch and reach out to DBI. Also, just a plug there, if you are a barber, Casthouse Barbershop is looking for a barber to work in one of our stores in Abington Street, please. But you should be able to cut afro hair. So it is a must that you must be able to cut afro hair. We have to be specific because not many barbershops in Plymouth cut afro hair.
Yeah.
So yes, okay, Jabo. Let's we couldn't get hold of our colleague.
Yes,
okay.
we if they call back, we'll plug them in. But I wanted as well to bring up to as it says, Black History Month, and we're celebrating. We have a lot of activities. I was going to plug in what we do with DBI as activities. Tonight, 6 p.m. we have our movie night. So this is the calendar. Let me repeat it. Maybe people can find more. We are. You can check us again on our landing page, Black History Plymouth. You'll find all the calendar of our activities. On Monday we do food demonstration. Unfortunately, most of our tickets are sold on the food demo. Shout outs to some of our colleagues who will be coming from Meta, which is the Facebook. They're based here in Plymouth, and we have people from the Black community in there. Tennyson. Shout out to him. He's one of the directors here. They're coming Plymouth Meta. So our food demo are most of the time fully booked, but check again. Mondays we do food demo. Wednesday, shout out to Nadia. We did not mention Nadia in our business.
Yes.
Nadia with K Combat.
Yes.
See, I'm full of energy because I was there on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Man, you come out of there, you're feeling all the body is being
You feel like you're Mike Tyson.
twisted and you feel like Mike Tyson kicking.
I've seen her videos.
Yes.
It looks fun.
Really good fun. And then she makes it more in an innovation. We will go in a club. We're doing at raves. Amazing. So I was there on Wednesday. So every Wednesday, please book. We have next Wednesday is our last one because we want a week before, and she's going to be going on holiday. But you can book for our Wednesday. And Fridays, we have a movie night in partnership with Give Back. Our sister again, Hadu, she's there. Hadu and Walid, but Hadu is our sister. She's the one leading on that Give Back project. Amazing work she's doing. So we're going to be moving tonight. We're at University of Plymouth in Craig. Yeah, in the is it Craig Cinema? Craig Cinema, I think it's called. Roland Levinsky. Yes, from 6. Come and see. Come and watch. Tickets are on sale. Have a look. They're free. We don't charge. Don't forget. So book. Just book. Yes. Yeah. So we have that this Friday. That's what we're gonna have. And then Saturday we have storytelling. Bring the children. Come and hear about it. The story about children from dual heritage. We had there's a play which is called a display in the box. It's called Brown Babies. So someone has done the collection. Shout out to John Blythe. He's the one who's tell the stories. He's passionate about that. So they were looking at the children who were born from the GI soldiers who came from America into England, and this GI they are black. And they had children here in England. So you have the Brown Babies, the story of Brown Babies. There's the display of it in the box. Have a look at that. All this, bring the children, they're going to learn about all that. So these are the activities we do all day. So it's everyone Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. 4 session in a month. And then they're taking place in different venues. So we say like Monday we're at City College, Wednesday we are in Rev, Friday we are at University of Plymouth, and Saturday we're here in Jabalani. Thank you to courtesy of City Bus as well. Every Monday there's a bus shuttle who takes you from City to City College, from City Centre to City College in the evening, and returning back to City Centre for your transport. So if you say you cannot get to City College, there is a bus.
Yes.
Thank you to
City bus.
City Bus. And then my last plug I want to put is particularly emphasizing on one another sister of ours who works for the National Lottery, Kim. So we've been funded by National Lottery. That's why we have some of these activities free, because National Lottery funded some of our activities. This is something big, because a such large organization recognizing the effort.
Yes.
And saying, put our name and our logo there, so that people see
That
we
will
part
support.
of it.
Yes.
So that's what we say. I rather live in a society where I'm celebrated instead of being tolerated.
Aish. That's a very good word, Jabo. You always have these ending words, Jabo. Let me tell you what the time is. Always when you're having fun, the time goes. Last plug of the show. Listen, it's my birthday. So wherever you are, wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in Plymouth, come and celebrate with me tonight at Club Strobe. We'll be there having a few drinks with my colleagues, just chilling, big boy style. Jabo, I have to plug that in. So if you are,
it's a big party
free,
tonight.
If you are free, come through. So yes, that's the end of our show. This week we have been talking about celebrating the women who are particularly, it was a business show, so who are in business. Don't feel let out if you are not in business. We celebrate you too, and have a wonderful weekend and stay blessed. Jabo, do you have the last words before we wrap up?
Oh, I was getting a message. Well, the number came. She did not know the number.
Okay.
So, have you got a minute? You want to ask a question?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can get her on the call again.
Okay. So what's Jabo is doing that?
She's on.
Hello?
Hiya.
Hello, how are we doing this afternoon?
We're doing really well, thank you.
It's good that you can hear us. So you are live on P-Town Radio. Please do not swear. No, I'm joking. You remember that show when they used to say, you are live on P-Town Radio. Please do
always
not
do
swear.
that.
It's
Yes.
Big Brother, wasn't it? Yeah.
She does not realize who you are.
Yeah.
It's Tendai here at P-Town Radio. Am I speaking to Lillian,
Yes.
right?
Yes, you're speaking to Lillian.
Thank you very much for taking our call. We are celebrating the women. We are saluting
Yes.
our women. And we just wanted to hear your thought on that. I'm with myself, of course, and Jabo Butera. Jabo, say hi to our guests.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm talking about my how do you call my disclaimer? So I have a vetted interest in this person.
Okay. That's your disclaimer.
That's my disclaimer.
Yes, so we're talking about celebrating the people. I mean, I was here last week when we were celebrating the Millers and the Leslies, and we were talking about this time, being both of these were gentlemen, we're talking about the women. I know we always bring it back to us here in the Southwest and in Plymouth, to be specific. And I did a bit of a Google earlier on just to say black women in business in Plymouth, and nothing did come up. It didn't come up at all. Yeah, surprisingly. What's your thought on that?
My thought is a disappointing thought, because I think there is plenty of women who are in business in Plymouth.
Yes.
I think the majority actually are women. Yes. So it's really, really, I'm very disappointed. Yeah. And if actually we can strip everything we're doing and start from there as a conversation, that will be good.
Yes. Okay. Listen, I think yes, it's not very good to see when I Google it, but do we have a duty for ourselves to write the history? Because it's all about in 10 years time we want our kids to be celebrating Liliani, we want our kids to celebrate Mama Rita, we want our kids to how as a community do we come together to make these conversations, all these histories, all these writing up of our heroes? They are the ones to say it. I mean, I agree with you. I've named a few on this particular show of the women who are in business. Mama Bridget, she's pushing Chanda, she's pushing Mama
Your wife is pushing.
Adelaide is pushing, yes. So there's a lot, but then we go by Google these days, isn't it? Really, I mean, nothing goes on without us having to Google it. They're like, Google it then.
Yeah.
That kind of society talk. But how do we make that change?
I think to really be realistic and like speak about it authentically and truthfully. No one will do it for us. I think this time we have to do it for ourselves. And the first question will be, now that we have discovered that there is nothing on Google when you talk about Black women in business in Plymouth, there is nothing that comes up. Now, my second thought will be, what are we going to do about it?
That's correct.
And then my third thought will be, what are we doing about it?
Yes.
So it's like now is the time for where we stop the talk and we start the doing. Yes, we kind of think that someone else will come and do it for us, or if we speak loud and say we talk about the inequality and equity and people will hear us, but it looks like there isn't no one who's hearing. And most of the time, I think what this world is telling us, you can do it yourself. So if we need to be on the Google, or if we want to be on the search, let's start doing things intentionally. And I think in history, or if we look in our culture, or maybe if we look in the general, how women are made, we like to be doers. So we do things in a practical way. So if you give me a task, I'll go and do it. This time, I feel like we need to stop and think. Instead of keep doing, how about we do it right?
Yes.
So then this is like we are going back to square zero and we are starting rewriting our own history, because we know that if someone else come and write our history, they will get it wrong. So we're writing our own history. We're making a table for our own self.
Yes.
So, and I have made that table. Now will be, who are we inviting on the table?
Yes.
That's my next question.
Thank you very much, Lilian, for that. Before we let you go on a day there, I've got my colleague, my co-host, Jabo Butera, has got a few questions for you. Jabo, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the wise word you've shared with us. As I say from the beginning, I have a vetted interest in this particular person. So Lilian is the best part of me.
Yeah.
And but thank you very much for your kind word and your wisdom in this conversation. And yeah, we hear what you're saying, and this theme this year is salute our sisters. So I'll start from there by saluting you for all the voice you put out there and what you do every day, and particularly appreciating and saying thank you for the Jabulani coffee we do get.
Yes.
So we're really saying thank you for your wonderful effort in bringing Jabulani into what it is today and what is happening. Not only Jabulani coffee, but the Jabulani
Thank you.
food court. There is
Thank
one.
you.
There's you mentioned about one thing. I wanted to, if you could just add a little bit more. I want to pull more out of that. You're saying women are doers. That
Yes.
part of doing, but it also what came in my mind, and I've heard so many places they say you give to a woman 1, she gives back to you 5.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying about a multiplication formula that the women hold?
I think the power thank you so much. Let me, I was going to jump onto the question, and my tongue just turned 7 times as we're required. And I just going back to say thank you so much for appreciating. Thank you so much for seeing the effort, and I don't take it lightly. So thank you. And thank you for giving me the space to be able to perform and be myself and do things that I do from my heart. So yeah, I wouldn't have done it without you. Yeah, so thank you. And then let me go on to the question that you just asked. Yes, it says that if you give a woman one thing, she'll multiply. Yeah, and let me hold that wisdom. Yes, we can do that. That's the power we hold. And we hold that power very intentionally, because we can multiply a seed and make it more viable, because that is a gift that we've been given by our Creator. On this particular issue, I think not being able to be visible, it's not because of the non-multiplication or the non-doing. Not being visible is the not knowing how that works, or maybe how that can we be better at making our work visible. And probably that is because we haven't not been exposed to that kind of knowledge, that kind of understanding. And I think that's why I'm saying maybe we do another roundtable now and say, how do we make all the work that we're doing as women, and maybe this is something that we can vet, and not only as women, but we want men to come alongside. How do we make all this work that we do become visible? So if a young girl or a young woman who's finishing university and looking for a job or looking for something to do, if she's going to Google on something, who is she going to see as someone who represents her and represent who she is? Yes. So if we're not doing that, I mean, we are not leaving legacy. We can be doing legacy, but leaving legacy is the leaving those footprints where we no longer here. Those footprints can speak for us. So I think we do better by being visible, by doing things, by living by example, by multiplying the seed that we're given, by making sure that we are no longer being held by culture, but actually we are held by who we are. All those things we are doing it right. Yeah. But when it comes to how things are done in our days, when it's digitally, probably we are lacking that. We are slacking a little bit. We don't have the knowledge. So that is the challenge.
Well, thank you very much for that time. And well, that's a challenge. And we're saying thank you, and a lot of people are enjoying and are saying well done for the conversation. I have a thumbs up from Manuela. We have a thumbs up for Vera Love. They're all in agreement with what you are saying. So thank you so much for that. And I always say, whenever we're having fun, time goes faster. And I can see my colleagues telling me we're running out of time. But well done. Thank you very much. What we're saying,
thank you.
When you give one seed to a woman, she multiplies it. So for us today, we are sending to you happiness. That's the seed we're sending to you.
Yes, thank you very much for coming on show. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Tendai. Thank you for giving me a voice. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Right, that was Lilian. She's not a stranger to the show, and always good with her words. She is a coach. So just to put it out there, if you are looking for some assistance of life, Liliane has the words for you. But yes, that's very good, Jabo. If you give a woman they multiply.
Yes.
So which is good. The reason why we are all here, we are being multiplied for us to be here by a woman.
Now you understand when we started, from where we started. Salute our sister, because that is the fertile soil.
That's correct.
And if we understand those values, can you imagine? Now we're going to be careful. What is the seed we are planting?
Yes, that's correct.
What is the seed we're planting in our sisters? What is the seed? What is the word we're using when you're saluting them? So once you salute one, she'll go out there. Those salutes are going to be multiplied.
That's correct. Thank you very much, Jabo. Have a good weekend. Stay blessed. I'll see you next week. Please don't forget, we are back here from 12 noon next week as well, next Friday, with another business talk. This is myself, Tendai, Madume, and Jabo Butera. Have a wonderful weekend and stay blessed.